One of the interesting things about endogenous DMT being such high levels in the brain is that it may be the endomatrix. It could be kind of regulating everything all of the time. You know, one of the hallmarks of the DMT effect is that it feels more real than real.
All right, let's start with where DMT comes from. This stuff has been around for ages, way before we started binge watching shows or scrolling through social media. It's naturally found in various plants and even in some animals. Indigenous tribes in the Amazon have been using it for centuries in a brew called ayahuasca. Imagine sitting around a fire, sipping on this mystical tea, and suddenly you're having deep conversations with the universe. It's like the OG therapy session, but with a cosmic twist. So you're probably wondering how to get your hands on this stuff. There are a few ways. The traditional route is through ayahuasca, where DMT containing plants like Psychotria viridis mixed with Banisteriopsis carpi to make a powerful brew. This isn't your typical herbal tea. It's usually taken in a ceremonial setting with a shaman to guide you through the intense mind-shifting journey. Think of it as spiritual boot camp. If you're more into DIY projects, DMT can be extracted from plants like Mimosa hostilis or Acacia species. But fair warning, this isn't something you whip up in your kitchen without some serious know-how and equipment. And then there's the modern route, synthesized DMT, which usually comes in crystal form. You can smoke or vaporize it for a quicker, more intense experience. Just remember, DMT is a controlled substance in many places, so make sure you're not breaking any laws before you go exploring other dimensions. Now let's talk about the good stuff, the benefits of DMT and how it works. When you take DMT, it interacts with serotonin receptors in your brain, especially the 5-HT2A receptor. This can lead to some pretty wild experiences. Think vivid visuals, encounters with mystical beings, and a feeling of oneness with the universe. It's like your brain gets a backstage pass to the greatest show in the cosmos. But here's the real magic. DMT isn't just about trippy visuals. Many people report profound psychological benefits. We're talking deep emotional healing, a fresh perspective on life, and sometimes even a sense of clarity about one's purpose. It's like a mental detox, helping you sort through your thoughts and feelings. And this brings us to the concept of ego death. Often described by those who've experienced it, ego death is like a complete dissolution of the self. It's as if you lose your identity, your sense of I disappears, and you're left with a pure, unfiltered connection to the universe. It's not just a trip, it's a transformation. This experience can be incredibly enlightening, offering insights and understandings that are hard to put into words. It's a journey beyond the self, where the boundaries between you and the world around you dissolve, leaving you with a profound sense of unity and peace. Some even describe it as a shortcut to the kind of insights you'd get from years of meditation or therapy. In terms of where to find DMT, your best bet is plants like Mimosa hostilis and Psychotria viridis. These plants aren't exactly growing in your backyard unless you live in certain parts of South America or Africa, so sourcing them can be a bit of an adventure in itself. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. First off, DMT is not something to be taken lightly. The experience can be incredibly intense, sometimes described as a breakthrough experience. This isn't your casual weekend activity. It's more like a full-on mental and emotional roller coaster. You might experience anxiety or even paranoia, especially if you're not prepared. On the physical side, DMT is generally considered safe and has a low risk of addiction, but the psychological effects can be profound and potentially unsettling. It's crucial to approach it with respect and caution, ideally in a controlled environment with someone experienced who can guide you. DMT is a powerful tool for exploring the depths of your consciousness and maybe even under your brain. While it offers some incredible insights and healing, it's not without risks. Approach it with caution, respect, and a good understanding of what you're getting into.